Hey, happy hippos. Have you ever felt sad like this? Have you ever felt scared like this? Have you ever felt nervous like this? Well, the story that I have for you today is about a little raccoon named Chester. And he had to start school for the first time. And he felt sad because he had to leave his mom. And he felt scared because he didn't know what school was all about. He was nervous because he didn't know if he would make any friends. Did you feel that way your first day of preschool? I felt that way my first day of preschool. I even felt that way this year when it's all virtual and on the computer. I was still kind of nervous about it. Everybody feels sad and scared and nervous sometimes. It's okay. The title of this book is The Kissing Hand. This is a story that Miss Yadi and Miss Sarah really like. We love reading this story. There's Chester, the little raccoon, and he's there with his mom. She's the bigger raccoon. Chester Raccoon stood at the edge of the forest and cried. "I don't want to go to school," he told his mother. "I want to stay home with you. I want to play with my friends and play with my toys and read my books and swing on my swing. Please, may I stay home with you?" Look at, you see his tears because he's crying. He's sad. Mrs. Raccoon took Chester by the hand and nuzzled him on the ear. "Sometimes we all have to do things we don't want to do," she told him gently, "even if they seem strange and scary at first. But you will love school once you start." "You'll make new friends and play with new toys, read new books, and swing on new swings. Besides," she added, "I know a wonderful secret that will make your nights at school seem as warm and cozy as your days at home." Chester wiped away his tears and looked interested. "A secret? What kind of secret?" "A very old secret," said Mrs. Raccoon. "I learned it from my mother, and she learned it from hers. It's called the kissing hand." "The kissing hand?" asked Chester. "What's that?" "I'll show you." Mrs. Raccoon took Chester's left hand and spread open his tiny fingers into a fan. Leaning forward, she kissed Chester right in the middle of his palm. Chester felt his mother's kiss rush from his hand, up his arm, and into his heart. Even his silky black mask tingled with a special warmth. Mrs. Raccoon smiled. "Now," she told Chester, "whenever you feel lonely and need a little loving from home, just press your hand to your cheek and think, 'Mommy loves you, Mommy loves you,' and that kiss will jump to your face and fill you with toasty, warm thoughts." She took Chester's hand and carefully wrapped his fingers around the kiss. "Now, do be careful not to lose it," she teased him. "But don't worry. When you open your hand and wash your food, I promise the kiss will stick. Chester loved his kissing hand. Now he knew his mother's love would go with him wherever he went, even to school. That night, Chester stood in front of his school and looked thoughtful. Suddenly, he turned to his mother and grinned. "Give me your hand," he told her. What do you think Chester's going to do with his mother's hand? She gave him a kiss in the middle of his hand. Maybe he'll do the same thing for her. Chester took his mother's hand in his own and unfolded her large, familiar fingers into a fan. Next, he leaned forward and kissed the center of her hand. Aw, he is giving her a kissing hand. Now you have a kissing hand too, he told her. And with a gentle goodbye and I love you, Chester turned and danced away. See, he knew that his mom loved him all the time, even when he was at school. So that made him feel a little less nervous about starting school. He was a little bit more happy and okay with the idea. Mrs. Raccoon watched Chester scamper across a tree limb and enter school. And as the hoot owl rang in the new school year, she pressed her left hand to her cheek and smiled. The warmth of Chester's kiss filled her heart with special words. Chester loves you, it sang. Chester loves you. Can you find Chester? He's at school. His school is in a tree with a lot of other animals. There he is. I love you. That's the end of the story. Now you get to make a kissing hand too. In your packet that you got the other day, there's a piece of brown paper. It's about this big, and there's a little red heart. So ask your grown-up, your mom, your dad, your aunt, whoever's there with you, to help you to trace your hand going around all your fingers onto the brown paper, and then glue that red heart right in the middle so that you remember that when you have to start school and come into the building with us, that even though you can't see mom and dad, they still love you. Have a wonderful day. Bye, Chester.